Hi, my name is Jason Bradford, and I work at Corewell Health Hospital in Wayne, Michigan. They were formerly Beaumont Health during the pandemic, and I haven't been on here in a few years. The last time it was regarding the safety and well-being of around 700,000 people, and now I'm back for the safety and well-being of a dozen or so. Back in September of this year, 2023, a person came in to Corewell Health. It was someone who was there with the intent to commit larceny. They roamed the hospital for nearly an hour. She came into the office where I was working. I was alone. She took my personal property, my backpack, which had very confidential union information in it. After the fact, it was confirmed that this person did indeed have a gun. And I had told my supervisor prior and after this incident, more than once, this could have ended with death. This could have been tragic. This could have been a shooting in this hospital. Here's what I did. I filed an RL Solutions. That's pretty much the equivalent of corporate compliance. I reported it as a safety issue. I put on there that the gun was on premises. This woman was in there. There was no way out for me if she were to come in, and if she did draw a gun, there would have been no way out for me. The way the office is set up is that door is not only the only entrance, but it's also the only exit. So I put in an RL solution, and it was recently closed without resolution. So I had the Senior Labor Relations Specialist for Corewell come to my campus in Wayne for an on-site visit with me one-on-one. And we discussed this issue. She was very aware of this issue. She was very aware of my concerns about the gun and about the safety and about someone being killed and about there not being a lock on the door. We had talked about this. The meeting lasted for nearly an hour. So I would like to go over a time of event following the incident with the larceny and the gun and the woman who roamed the hospital for nearly an hour. Let me go back to the date of the event. The date of the event was September 26th. After I realized that my bag was missing, I had gone to security to report that my bag had been stolen out of the office. They said the person that I needed to make the report with wasn't there, to come back the next day and talk to the special person. So I did. I talked to the security guard. He took my report on September 27th. I contacted the union and let them know that my bag had been stolen and there was confidential information in my bag, and that I wanted to request a special conference to discuss safety issues in the workplace regarding a lock on the door and anyone entering. Like I said, this has been an ongoing issue. And also, look, I want to point out that this office is right next to the emergency room, who sometimes leave the door propped open. And this is also a place where they keep altered mental patients, ETOH patients, patients who may be suicidal, patients who may be belligerent, and patients sometimes elope. And when they go out to the emergency room, if they're eloping, one of the first places they're going to come to is the office where we sit, where, again, there's no escape route. There's no panic button. There's no travel panic buttons. There's no lock on the door. So they're going to get in. I requested a special committee meeting, and I followed up on October 9th because after the 27th, I still hadn't heard anything. And I reached out to the union, SEIU, and I asked, did you communicate that I had requested a labor committee meeting? And the union confirmed, yes, she had reached out to the appropriate person. Quite some time had gone by. And on November 1st, there was an email sent out. The email was sent out by the union to the Senior Labor Relations Specialist. And the email stated, I know we did speak some time ago regarding having a special conference labor management meeting for the staff regarding concerns. And the email ended with, can you provide dates? Now that was on November 3rd. more than a month after the incident with the gun in the office. The response came back on the same day, 10 minutes later, from the senior labor relations specialist saying, if I recall correctly, this request was specific to a Wayne department. Now, as I said, this person had come in to have an on-site meeting with me. So she's very, very well versed in the situation. So yeah, she knew that it was Wayne where I work. She knew it was my department with the office where I work. And then she went on to say, please provide an agenda for discussion. We can begin looking at dates. Same day, November 3rd at 9:28, 8 minutes later, SEIU responded to myself and a few others from the other sites for topics of discussion in this meeting to please provide a concern for discussions during the special conference. On November 3rd, I responded to that email and making the point with just 3 words that we want safety. 6 days pass. On November 9th, there's another conference request made by the union to Human Resources of Corewell Health. On that request, there were 5 things listed that needed to be addressed. The nursing aid ratio, the no escape route within the office, the needing more panic buttons throughout the hospital, including the radiology office where I work. And then the last item that was listed on this email for discussion was a badge lock on the radiology office door. The senior labor relations specialist responded back with an email, and this is on November 10th, saying, what site is requesting a special conference? Now, she knows damn well what site because she sat down with me. And just 7 days earlier, she sent the email saying, if I recall correctly, this request was specific to a Wayne department. So now what games are being played? It's definitely a game that involves the lives and the safety of their employees. It's going on 3 months now. That's almost a quarter of a year. There's still no resolution. There's still no lock on this door. And in the meantime, other patients have walked in to this office. They just open the door and walk right in. And now she's asking what site. She knows what damn site. So November 13th, 3 days after her email, acting like she's dumbfounded about the whole situation, SEIU confirms with her in another email, Wayne. Wayne is the site. So there have been, since November 13th, no further emails, no further communications that I'm aware of, giving us a date for this meeting to happen. I have been told maybe by the end of the year. I have been told, oh, they're following up. They're going to put locks on the doors. This has been told to me for weeks and weeks and weeks. Nothing. I have heard nothing. Like I said, the RL solution that I filed for corporate compliance was reviewed and closed without resolution. So the reason why I'm making this video is because if there is an incident at Corewell Health in Wayne that involves a shooter or a violent person, if somebody is hurt or if somebody is killed, I want, even if it's just one viewer, to know that this was an issue. This was something that could have already happened, that almost did happen, that there was already a woman in this office, and that this woman did have a gun on her that day when she left the hospital, and that this gun has been addressed and has been an issue, and that we want a lock on this door. And it still has not happened. So if there is an incident that takes the life of someone, or even if somebody gets hurt, all I'm looking for is just one person to remember this video if something does happen. That this was addressed, and this has been a concern, and it has been ignored, and it has been swept under the rug like so many other topics and issues that we have been trying to take care of at Beaumont Corewell. Thank you for watching this video, and I will follow up with you again at the beginning of 2024 to let you know if there has been any progress made in this. Hopefully by then I can say, hey, there is a lock on the door. They listened, they took us seriously, finally, and now we are secure. Thanks again for watching.